Greetings and welcome to Pinball Help. Mike here. Work continues on the Gottlieb Haunted House game here, and let me show you guys where I am at and what I've managed to accomplish. In the last video I was discussing my strategy for getting rid of that ugly plug, which you can see is sitting there kind of hanging off the side of the machine because there's one wire that I'm not quite sure what to do with. Let me show you what we've got. I'll show you where we're at right now. Obviously the game is on and booted up, and you can see there's the wiring harness with my newly pinned connector right here. This is just sitting here off the side. I'm going to make it look a lot prettier, but I still first need to make sure that everything is right. You see all of these little pieces of paper here. This is just my notes saying which pin each wire is based on the color coding in the schematics. There's one wire that I don't have information on in the schematics. Two wires actually. These two right here. They're not listed in the schematics, at least on the page with the switch matrix, so they've got to be somewhere else. I'm going to do a little bit more research, but I suspect some of the problems I'm having are because of that. And I know where they were in the plug, but I want to double check everything because I was able to confirm, as I suspected, the switches that were not working were the result of this other connector being miswired. There were a few rows and columns that were in the wrong spot. Once I looked over the schematics, checked the color codes with the pins on the connector, I managed to get the switches working, as I'll demonstrate for you. So here's our newly done connector. I'm going to make it all look nice with cable ties. You can see I also put heat shrink tubing where the wires were extended. They had just electrical tape wrapped around it. I went over and heat shrinked it. I cut most of them off to the same length, except one of the mistakes I made was when I first started working on this, I picked a length of the first couple of wires and tried and said, okay, this is the length I'm going to make it. And then I ran into, see these right here, these are like longer. And then I ran into one very short wire, and I realized, okay, I'm going to make the rest of them the same length as this one short wire. So now I'm probably going to take these the first four that I did, and repin them so that they're going to be the same length as this. Once that's done, I'll be able to cable tie all this together, and it'll look really neat and nice, and it'll look good. It will not be the mess that it is. But first, I need to make sure that I've got all of the pins properly in their connector. And one of the nice things about these connectors is if you've got the right tool, you can pull the pins out and rearrange them. And the tool for these are not Trifucon, these are edge connectors. So where's my tool? Let me see if I can find it and show it to you. It's just a little tiny, here it is right here. Let's point this right down here. And you can see, so the tool for this is in the cassette box, is this guy right there. It's just a little metal stainless steel finger. You see that? And the way it works is there's a little spot in the connector where you just push it in and it pushes a little nub down, and then you can pull the pin back out. So it's very easy to use this to extract things. I don't remember where I got this. It might have been Great Plains, although I think they're way backed up. They're not even taking orders right now, which is unfortunate. But and then these are the Molex connectors that I'm using. You can see the part number there, 08-50-0106C. And these are they're like Trifucon pins, except that they don't have the edge to the sides thing. They're just one flat thing for the basic edge connectors. So I've got all of that working. The game plays. Obviously, there's no battery on the MPU board up there, so it's not saving any settings or anything like that. Rather than put a battery on it right now, I'm probably going to just put that other board. But I will refurbish that MPU board. Since it's working and it's booting and it's running fine, I'll probably put a memory cap on it or something like that. Let's take a look at the game. Let's coin it up. And you can hear sometimes the sound comes on, sometimes it doesn't. I'm pretty sure that soundboard needs to be recapped. I'm not exactly sure, but sound is kind of iffy on it. So we'll coin the game up. And close this. So there's 2 wires that are not connected onto that harness. And so I think I kind of have a feeling where they're going to go, but I'm gonna ask some people to give me take a look at their connections and see if I can find some here. So let's start up the game real quick. And there we go. All right. Hold on. Close the door. Okay. So flippers are all working. And a couple of things that weren't working before are working. You see that? That kicker was not working before. So that's working. Let's check these 1, 2, and 3 targets. So you hit 1, it's registering. You hit 2, it's registering. 3 was not registering, remember, before? And it's registering now. See, and 4 registers. And 5, apparently I think takes 2 hits, is what I think. Yeah, for some reason, I guess that's the way it is. And that apparently lights the special in the lower play field or something. So the kickers are working. Now what I've noticed is not working are the pop bumpers. They're not working. So I have a feeling that it's probably one of these 2 wires that I haven't connected that is part of the circuit for the pop bumpers. I'll just got to confirm it and make sure I know which pin is which. I have an idea based on looking at the thing, but there was definitely whoever put that thing together had them in the wrong spot. You can see now all the switches are working. This gives points, doesn't do sound. I don't know why. This pop bumper's out. These are working. And they reset. Ball goes down into the lower play field and it works fine. And there's our kick out. So almost everything is working. Pretty neat. That is really cool. That lower level playfield is definitely neat. So we've got the game almost working. That's pretty neat. All I need to do is figure out those last 2 wires, which I suspect will just make these things work. I'm just going to double check it. But there's no switch errors anymore. We don't have any switches that appear to be not working properly. And see that up kick is working. There's our. That is pretty neat. Back down to the middle. That lower level playfield is pretty darn cool. I'm acting like a little kid just because I can't remember. I probably haven't played this in 15, 20 years. This is pretty neat. So there you have it. Progress has been made. And is there a ball save on here? No, there's not. All right. Should give us high score. I maybe remembered the high score from last time. Anyway, there you go. We have made progress. We got this game working. So just a few more little tweaks, and then I'm going to test the new swimmer board and the new swimmer MPU board and the audio board. So stay tuned for more in the ongoing series here, and be sure to subscribe YouTube/PinballHelp. Catch me on Twitter and Instagram at PinballHelp, and at PinballHelp.com. And until next time, thanks for watching.